Hey guys, it's EzraTime again here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're gonna be talking about Kill Bill Volume 1, written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. So what is Kill Bill is all about? It's about this character called the Bride, quote unquote the Bride, or aka Black Mamba, by excellently by Uma Thurman, and obviously starring David Carradine as Bill, the main protagonist for the movie. And this movie is about the Bride, obviously getting her like she's as this character is getting ready to marry and move on with her life. Bill and his assassins basically just come in and murder everybody on the bride, or like the church, I guess you could say that. And eventually setting up this revenge path for the bride, or the Black Mamba. And I know he has other name, but that was revealed in Kill Bill Volume 2, which we're gonna be talking about tomorrow. But yeah, this is my first Quentin Tarantino movies, because I never actually watched any of the Quentin Tarantino movies before. Um, I know I heard a lot about Quentin Tarantino, and I heard that the movie is great. I know there is a bunch of culture references from his movies and all that kind of stuff. And he is an amazing writer and director. And I watched several of his interview before, and seems like he's a really fun guy to talk to. And I was, for a long time, I really want to see a Quentin Tarantino movies, and I finally just able to sit down and actually watch the movie, um, Kill Bill. And this is actually a martial arts movie, and I personally really love to watch a arts movie. I think they were really fun to watch, especially like Hong Kong martial arts movie, like Jackie Chan and all that kind of stuff, like Legend, right? Um, and so it was really I'm looking forward, like I'm really hyped to see this movie, obviously, because I heard so many good things about this movie. And man, this movie does not disappoint. Even though I kind of heard the iconic scene for Volume 1, which is basically the fight scene in the restaurant, I guess, which is again iconic. Recently, after watching it, it was like, yeah, I understand why people think this is iconic. And the choreography is done by Yan Wu Ping, I think, which you might know him from the Matrix movie. He does the choreograph. He choreographed the fight there, and then he also choreographed some of the fight in the Hong Kong martial arts, and all that kind of stuff. So, he's a really he's pretty famous, as a choreograph. And I think when I see his name was mentioned in the credit, I was like really excited to looking forward to the martial arts scene, and it does not disappoint. It really does not. And yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about the typical Quentin Tarantino movies, that apparently his movie doesn't really follow the structure from the beginning, but it's just like total like separated structure. Like from sometimes you see the middle section of the movie, and then we cut to the beginning and all that kind of stuff. And obviously you see that in Kill Bill Volume 1. And I honestly didn't really find that as annoying, because usually when movies like jumping back and forward, it's really easy to turn me off, because it's just like, well, you could just show this first, before before the next scene, because I already know the result then, right? And then Kill Bill Volume 1 actually has that scene, obviously, in the beginning, where you like basically the bride just come in and then kill the basically kill Vernita Green, played by Vivica A. Fox. And it was like, yeah, the fight scene in the beginning was like cool. Like makes me again really looking forward to the action sequences. But I already know that he's already that the bride already killed Onre Ishii, I think that's her name, played by Lucy Liu, or codename Cottonmouth. Like she's already killed her. I mean, it's on the book, or like the notebook. So that's that. But at the same time, usually on other movie that would disappoint, because well, you already know the result. But for Quentin Tarantino movies, like again, for the first time I'm watching it, I didn't find that disappointing. Like I'm actually looking forward to see what the scene is going to be, what the action sequences is going to be for the bride to fight I'm just gonna call it Cotton Mouth, because it's way easier to call her that, right? Um, and yeah, the fight scene in the end really delivers, and that is one scene that actually really surprised me in this movie. Because for the longest time I thought that Kill Bill Volume 1 kind of feels like an anime, for like the first 30 or 40 minutes, I think. And then you get to see the Cottonmouth backstory, and then the backstory was actually on anime format, and that surprised me like in a lot of ways. because I just didn't expect that because I thought the movie just like a live action movie is going to feel like an anime sometimes, and that's great. But I didn't expect to see a live action movie putting some anime stuff in their movies. I think this is the first time I see it. There's maybe some movies that already done that in the previous years that I forgot maybe. But this is the first time I actually like having a great time watching it, and that surprised me. The anime sequences was really fun to watch. And I just so giddy about it because I'm a big fan of you know I'm a big fan of Japanese anime in general, so I'm really glad to see that Quentin Tarantino is kind of like putting some anime scene on his movies. You could say that, and that really surprised me, and it was handled so well for the backstory of Cottonmouth, or like Onran Ishii. And I think this entire movie, like I said before, really feels like an anime. Like the fight scene, the way the scene was, the way certain scenes was directed. And then there's a black and white scene, which I'm pretty sure Quentin Tarantino did that because he doesn't want the movie to get an NC-17 rating. I think that's why I read anyway. Because I thought that it's just a stylistic choice, right? But at the same time, it's also a clever way to just hide to keep the movie on, R rating. I guess you could say that. And I think some of the scene in the end where the black and white scenes happening, that kind of feels too long. But at the same time, I understand why he does that because he doesn't want to mess up with the rating, obviously. But I heard there is a director's cut of this movie, which is really rare to find. Which apparently the last fight scene was actually 100% color and no black and white stuff in it. And I'm hoping I can find a version soon on the internet, hopefully. So I just really want to watch that because I feel like color stuff was way more fun than black and white stuff in my opinion. Like sometimes it's really cool that Tarantino managed to use the black and white style on the movie. I feel like it works really well. But the final fight scene in the end, it's pretty clear. He just trying to hide the goriness of the fight scene, and that kind of get me in the end because it was like, the fight scene is cool, but it was black and white, and it kind of bothers me a tiny bit in my opinion. But overall, is good. It's a great movie in my opinion. I really loving this. And yeah, I think the writing, the directing, obviously is amazing. The music, especially by Reza, I think that's how you pronounce his name, right? Was amazing, especially the music like quack meow, quack meow. Like it was so fun because I heard that music or sound before in a meme video, like in the YTP before. I just thought, oh, that's a really cool sound, like music, I guess. But I didn't know that it was actually from Kill Bill. So when I first time heard that, I was like, oh, this is that's where it came from. Okay, makes sense. Really cool, and the music is just amazing. Like if every single music, like every single score or soundtrack playing in this movie was just amazing. It really elevates the scene. Sometimes the scene was just like a really simple scene. But the music really elevates that. And especially the soundtrack of the when the Yakuza gang basically arrive at the restaurant and then they just walk really in slow motion and you get this cool music in the background like da da dun, 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 dun. Like I really like that because I think the song really sounds familiar to me. I don't exactly know what the title is, but apparently this is where the song was popularized because of this movie, popularized by Quentin Tarantino, and a lot of people start using that in like apparently he even mentioned Extract 3 even referenced that. I was like, oh, wow, because again, this movie is just really includes so many cultural stuff that happens that appear in the future after its release, so I kind of exposed to that more obviously, but seeing the movie but because of that, seeing this movie makes me really appreciate the movie even more, and I understand why people reference a lot of stuff from Kill Bill on modern stuff, and make me really respect Quentin Tarantino and make me respect this movie even more than it should wasn't than it should be, but it's like it just makes me respect the movie even more, because being exposed to the meme or the song for the movie, but yeah, I mean, it's a great volume one for the series. I already watched volume two, obviously, so we're gonna be reviewing that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is a really fun movie. It's a really good martial arts movie. The final fight scene in the restaurant was so amazing. The characters is amazing, especially I like what's the samurai name? I forgot. Hattori Hanzo, I think that's his name. Like, yeah, Hattori Hanzo, played by Sony Chiba, was amazing. I like his English accent. Was so much fun to do that. And yeah, this movie just I like that this movie actually took place in Japan, obviously because I love Japan. And I kind of want to visit there at some point, but I don't know, maybe who knows. But yeah, it's a great movie. I really love it. I'm probably gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I'm serious about it. I'm really serious. It's a really well directed movie. The pacing was like again, it's just the genius of Tarantino that it was like it managed to just not really telling like a really story from just the beginning to the end, but just tell a story from like something from the middle, and then you see the beginning, and then you see the middle again, and then sometimes you go back to the beginning again. But it was well handled. Like I really think it was well handled, and yeah, it's great. So if you guys ever watch Kill Bill, well, go ahead and give it a watch. I'm pretty sure everybody already watched it, I guess. And since most of you already watched it, then I guess you guys can let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Kill Bill Volume 1? Do you guys prefer this one more than Volume 2? Um, because I'm gonna talk about Volume 2 tomorrow, and then I'm gonna give my own opinions whether I like Volume 1 or 2 better. Because I know that this is like a one cohesive story, but I still think it's still a separate movie regardless, right? So yeah, I think that's it for the review, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know that this is something different for the channel, but I'm really enjoying what I'm doing right now. Because it's something different. I'm not doing any reaction video every single time, so hopefully you guys can give support and understand that. At some point I will get back to reacting to videos again, obviously because that's what the channel is. But as of right now, I just want to review movies and anime that I already watched and or like I recently watched, and I want to review them on the channel. So hopefully you guys can give it a watch and give it support. But either way, that's my review for Kill Bill Volume 1. Amazing movie. I'm really loving it. Stay tuned for Kill Bill Volume 2 review, I guess tomorrow, if there is no like problem. I guess I can get the review out tomorrow. Obviously it's just literally me talking, so it shouldn't take much effort, right? But yeah, that's my review, guys. And if you guys enjoyed, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, ring the bell, the usual stuff. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for Volume 2 review tomorrow, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.